Because when you start seeing yourself as the solution to someone's specific problem, that's when you can start building something high value. Hey, CEO fam. Welcome to the CEO Desk with Brianna Marie. I'm coming at you today from my actual CEO desk as usual. And today we're going to talk about how an entrepreneurial mindset can literally take you anywhere. We're also going to talk about the power of getting crystal clear on who you're serving and what happens to your brain, and I mean this literally, when you start seeing daily wins in your business. And here's the thing that really gets me excited about this conversation. This doesn't just apply to us adults as CEOs. This applies to our kids too, the future generation of leaders. I always say we need to include our youth in these entrepreneurship and financial literacy combos. They get left out of it way too often when it's literally so valuable and can greatly impact their future. So if you're a parent, a fellow mom like myself, stick around because we are covering that too. But listen, here's the message I want to deliver today. An entrepreneurial mindset can take you so many places. And an entrepreneurial mindset isn't just about starting a business. It's about seeing possibilities where others see problems. It's about understanding that every single challenge in front of you is actually an opportunity in disguise. And when I started really embracing this mindset, I stopped asking, why is this happening to me? And I started asking, what can I learn from this? And more importantly, how can I help others who are facing the same thing? This is what I love about adopting that CEO mindset. And this is why I talk about it so often. Because when you start seeing yourself as the solution to someone's specific problem, that's when you can start building something high value. Seriously, when you step away from dwelling on your own problems and discover how you can be the solution to someone else's problem, this can transform your finances, this can transform your future, and it could transform the world around you. And that's exciting. But here's where most of us get it twisted. We think we need to be the solution to everyone's problems, or we need to solve the loudest problems in the room. That's not the case. I learned this lesson when I was building my brand and trying to help every mom with every issue. I was exhausted, my messaging was confusing, and honestly, I wasn't helping anyone effectively. And I definitely wasn't doing myself any favors. The breakthrough came when I got laser focused on helping moms who wanted to build businesses and also pass down entrepreneurial wisdom to their children. More specifically, I targeted women who were already thinking like entrepreneurs but needed the tools and community to fully step into their power. And speaking of community, if you want to connect with other CEO moms raising our future leaders, make sure you join our Discord community. The link is in the description. We'd love to have you. Now, adopting an entrepreneurial mindset doesn't mean you must wage war on the 9 to 5. There's absolutely nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. Every business needs employees, and not everybody wants to be a full-time entrepreneur or an entrepreneur at all for that matter. Being an entrepreneur comes with many challenges, and not everyone wants to put up with those challenges, if I'm being honest with you. Some folks just want to get their bills paid and live a comfortable life without running their own company, and that is absolutely okay. Don't let anyone make you feel like that's the wrong decision. You have to decide what's best for you. But understand this, the CEO mindset can be applied anywhere at your 9 to 5, in school, in your side hustle, or whatever area of life. And that mindset alone can take you many places. But of course, the individuals I'm speaking to in these videos do want to build businesses and want to use entrepreneurship as a vehicle to create generational wealth. So if that sounds like you, I invite you to join my 1 Million CEOs newsletter, where I share so much powerful content and behind the scenes of business building every single week. The link is in the description. But yeah, when we're discussing the CEO mindset, it's also important to talk about the power of focus. So let's talk about focus for a minute, because this is major key. When you get clear on exactly who you're serving, something beautiful happens. Your content becomes magnetic, your offers become irresistible, your confidence skyrockets because you know exactly what value you're bringing to the table, and you start to attract more of the right people into your life, the ones who are aligned with your vision. That's why I created my business clarity workbook, which I'll make sure I link in the description as well for those who want to download this resource. But this workbook really helps you get crystal clear on who you're serving and why. And it will also help you map out the best way for you to serve that particular group. But with or without the workbook, really get clear on this. I want you to think about this. Would you rather have 10,000 followers who kind of maybe sometimes relate to your content, or 1,000 followers who feel like you're reading their minds every single time you post? I'll take the 1,000 every single time, because those are the people who become raving fans, who invest in your programs, who refer their friends, who leave those testimonials that make you cry happy tears, and leave those very empowering comments on your videos that just encourage you to keep going. And this same principle applies to our kids. If your kid is showing entrepreneurial spirit, help them understand that they don't need to create something that appeals to every kid they know or every person they know. They just need to create something that solves a specific problem for a specific group. And I actually have a really great list of over 50 side hustles for teens, and I'll make sure to link it in the description because this is actually a really great starting point for kids ages 13 and up. But anyway, kids should also learn this lesson. Don't leave them out. My daughters learned this early on when they created a children's book together. It's called If Money Doesn't Grow on Trees, Where Does It Grow? And it is available online at Amazon and Barnes and Noble. But yes, they learned early on that they couldn't write for every kid in the world. The book was most effective when it targeted a specific group of kids, and they decided to ultimately write a book in the English language for kids ages 5 to 8 because they found that a lot of the kids they knew around their age at the time knew very little about basic money concepts. And we had an awesome developmental editor that really helped them refine the book so that it clearly communicated with their target demographic. And this eventually led to interviews and things like that. And it was easier to communicate in those interviews because they were already clear on who their target audience was. And it was a really phenomenal lesson for them. And for those who want to check that book out for their own kids, again, it is called If Money Doesn't Grow on Trees, Where Does It Grow? And you can find it online at Amazon or Barnes and Noble. I will link it for you in the description, of course, and we greatly appreciate any support. But my point is, get clear, get focused, get super clear on who you're serving so you can better communicate with them. Communication is everything in life, and clear communication alone can take you so far. Now, pair this with that entrepreneurial thinking, that CEO mindset, and you're pretty much unstoppable. The wins will just start to stack day by day. And something literally happens to your brain when you start noticing those daily wins, especially in your business. And by wins, I mean sales, positive feedback, new subscribers, anything that moves your business forward. There's actual science behind this, and it's fascinating. When you experience a win, your brain releases dopamine. That's your reward chemical. But the interesting part is that the anticipation of the win releases even more dopamine than the actual win itself. So when you start creating systems in your business that generate daily wins, both big and small, you're literally rewiring your brain for more success. And you start waking up excited, you start believing bigger dreams are possible, you start taking actions that felt scary before. And it seems like when you're already winning, you attract more wins. Isn't that interesting? I remember when I hit my first week of consistent daily sales, it wasn't about the money, though that was nice. It was about the confidence shift. I went from wondering if I could really do this to knowing I was already doing it. And damn, that felt so good. And here's what I want you to understand, those wins don't have to be huge. It could be one newsletter sign up, one positive comment, one discovery call book. The key is consistency and acknowledging each win. For example, I celebrate every single time I get a new subscriber on this channel. Every time. And I only have 100 subscribers right now, but I know it'll multiply. And I know that one day I'll have 1 million subscribers. Yeah, I said it. I'm speaking it into existence right now because I believe with every part of me that it is possible, and I'm willing to work for it. Simple as that. It's the 1 million CEOs movement, and I will do whatever I have to do to serve and grow this community. So yes, every single person who joins my community is a win for me, and I celebrate that every single time. And again, if you haven't already, please feel free to join us on Discord. We actually have a dedicated space over there for us to share our wins, and I'd love for you to be part of the celebration. But yes, to wrap this all up, adopting an entrepreneurial mindset can take you so many places in life. It can literally paint a new picture for you and for future generations. So before I go, here's your challenge. I want you to take the next 24 hours and do two things. One, write down exactly who you're serving in one sentence. If you can't do it in one sentence, you're still going too broad. Two, identify one small action you can commit to doing daily for the next week that moves your business forward. Then come back and drop a comment letting me know what you chose. I read every single comment, and I love celebrating your wins with you. And I want to remind you, your entrepreneurial journey doesn't have to look like anyone else's. You don't need the perfect office, the perfect system, or the perfect plan. What you need is the courage to start where you are with what you have, serving who you're meant to serve, because your voice matters, your vision matters, and there are people in the world who need exactly what you have to offer. Now go make it happen, and I'll see you in the next one.